let's go to Terrence in the state of Georgia, which
Yeah, I have been on this line for a long time listening to you, so I appreciate you for taking this call. I started from a urology appointment that ended, and it was a good news appointment. So you say take care of our health and wealth. Wait, are you going to acknowledge me, Karen?
yeah, what are you a first time caller, Terrence?
I'm sorry. I was so waiting for this call. I've been waiting for many, many years. I am a first-time caller.
Okay,
Everything
all right. You know, you
off
gotta give
a
me all the
little.
information. I don't know. I don't know. I can't read that. It didn't say first time
I,
caller. They don't do that necessarily. So I never
I
really know
didn't.
who called first. So
I,
thank you,
I actually
Terrence.
didn't do that with them only because I was leaving that appointment. But I could tell, you can tell from the lilt in my voice that although I'm here in Georgia now, I am originally just a kid from Newark, New Jersey.
All right.
And
Yes.
as I went into that appointment, I had my sister to talk to me and talk me down to say, I need to do my best to be good to everybody because today is not good for me. This is what I told the screener. You said her name earlier. I appreciate her. It's not a good day for me because it wasn't the president I was voting for or that I have issue with. The issue is that now I got to live around all these people who have no problems with any of this S
Yes.
that we heard
Yes.
during this period. I got to talk to them as my neighbors. And I was never concerned about me. If I was concerned about me, I'm an individual person and I have no children. I have two Westies that are sitting looking at me outside of the window. I had voted for Republicans a long time ago if I was only thinking about my interests. But I'm happy that my mom and dad, neither who went to college, but like James Baldwin, a whole college went through them, and they fed that through me. So I am well educated and doing well for myself, but never thinking about me. I'm thinking about generations to come. And this feels hard and heavy. Now, by the way, I'm only 53 years old. I felt like I've been here for a while. But my whole life, I was taught to not to judge and be kind and not to say the things like call people stupid, which I used to get punished for, call them dumb. But that's what I saw during this election cycle. Both my parents are gone now, and all I can think about is that I'm sitting here looking at all of this. What would you call it, Dad, Mom?
Yeah.
Um,
They would call it what their grandparents called it, and their grandparents before them called it. And, you know, we came here with a level of civility, even though they tried to paint us as savages and cannibals and all that. No, we came here with community. We came here with government. We came here with an understanding of how you treat people, women, children, village. We came here with that. And we brought this here, even though they tried to beat it out of us, our humanity. We still have it. And we should never, that's part of the thing that should never go away. This election is an indictment of a nation that was wrought and forged in genocide and rape and kidnapping and stealing. This is America. That's why I'm playing. I'm gonna be playing this Childish Gambino probably moving forward until America changes. But we are Americans, CAN, and our responsibility is different. This country told us who she is. But she's always told us that. When the French sent the Statue of Liberty over, the original one that had the woman in chains, they were like, no, that's not the representation of liberty that we want. They've always told you when they would erect statues of Nathan Forrest, whatever his name is, the founder of the KKK in Tennessee, putting up statues of people who were horrible human beings in your face and naming schools after these Confederate generals with your black children going to them. They've always told you who they were. And they've always told you what their intentions are. So, Terrence, to be, you know, honoring your parents, you honor your parents by being who they taught you to be. You're doing the right thing. This is to me, the only antidote to this hatred is for us to have joy and peace and harmony with one another and be kind and show the world, not the world, our world, who we really are. We're not that. That's low vibration, knuckle dragging, small tininess. And we don't have to have it in our community. But Terrence, you live someplace, and since you're single with the two, what are the dogs?
They're two Westies. I'm actually not single. I'm actually
Okay,
married.
okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I made
Um,
assumptions. I apologize.
no, I
Two,
probably
two,
did say that as an individual, but has no children. But
right.
I don't. But can I just tell you that I talked to a colleague today. I'm not going to mention her name for many reasons. but she has two grown sons. One, a Morehouse graduate. The other is in college now. When her mother and father were Black Panthers. She's there in South Jersey right now. And she was in tears. We had similar conversations. My mom passed away 2 years ago. I was calling family members because this is what I had to say to them. I can't talk to anybody else because she isn't here. And my dad isn't here anymore. Because they would be the ones to talk me off the ledge. And she said the same thing, and I was just like, God is faithful, because he brought us together to help each other during this moment. She sent me a message that I can share with you that she sent to her two sons because they think about it. These are two strong Black men that she raised as a single mom, and she's trying to help them to live past today, which is scary. Dear sons, America will be different now. And while I can't even begin to think about the atrocities we will face as Blacks, the police will now have immunity and can lock you up, detain, and kill you with impunity. When Blacks die now, they won't allow the freedom of assembly. No courts will listen, and we will now get to see what it was like living in the era before civil rights. I am scared for myself as a woman for more than I have ever been in my life for you, governing yourselves accordingly. I need you to do. We will talk more later, she said to them. We will live, but we will live differently. They wanted him there. They worked hard to get him there, and American democracy worked for that period. But that experiment is now over. She says to them at the end, love, Mom. I'm almost reading this. Sent it to my sisters and another good friend of mine, and we've all declared. And you ain't just talking to anybody when you're talking to me. You're talking to a representative, first of all, New Jersey and Newark, shout it out. But these are Black professionals that I've been talking to who have poured and done everything that our parents told us to do. And now we have to tell this story to our offspring and make them strong and want to be strong.
Yes.
And that's all I wanted to say. That's all I wanted to deliver in this message.
And it's beautiful and it's right, but it's also like a reminder that our parents may have been wrong. Our parents may have been wrong. I didn't hear that Martin Luther King said, I fear I integrated my people into a burning house until 10 years ago when we were talking about Harry Belafonte and he was possibly coming in. And I remember this conversation coming up. I'm in my 40s hearing about, I fear I integrated my people into a burning house. Before that, it was little Black girls and little Black boys, little white boys, whatever, the content of the character, and I have a dream. That was what was pounded into us, this notion of somehow if we just were just good Negroes, that they would accept us. No, they don't want us here. And it's clear, right? And integration failed. And our parents, in all their good intentions, were wrong. They were wrong in shielding us from that. They were wrong for running to the suburbs and paying way more for houses that people then left and then property values dropped. They were wrong for stripping the community of multi-generational wealth and seeing people from different walks of life and inspiring the next generation. They were wrong for stealing the great teachers and busing our children into what is an equivalent of Jews sending their children to Nazi schools. We were wrong. And now we can get right because the truth is right there. It's undeniable. So where do we go from here? Community or chaos? I'm picking community.
My days are cooler, nights are warmer, and I put the blame on you. Time moves slow, but my heart beats faster. When these eyes are looking right at you. You give me something to believe in, just what I needed. You're the closest.